Good day, people. My name is, of course, Wesley Robinson, and today we're going to be touching base on a few things. Most definitely, I got a few things and a few quotes that we're going to be running through really, really quick. And then, of course, I got my aviation plan and my IFR progress I need to most definitely update you guys on, because on my private, I didn't really update you guys as much as I possibly can about my progress because of how volatile my private pilot license training was. But most definitely, we're gonna try our best to stay on track on keeping you guys posted throughout the whole process of getting my instrument rating. And the last two things we're gonna touch on is going to be a little backstory about myself, and then uh, I also plan on some of my short-term goal of getting my network in the UK a little bit beauted up, and then also how I plan on making an impact here in Houston. But as of right now, we're gonna start off with the first few quotes that I kind of came into a realization of talking to one of my friends. Actually, uh, his name is David Oluwagbade. Put the guy on blast, but he's totally gonna be fine with it. But it was basically we after talking to him for a while, I realized like the quote that I ended up coming up with was for today, which was, "The truth does not collect bribe." We're gonna spin the block. Let me get loose. For the latecomers, for the latecomers, for the latecomers. We're gonna say it again. Um, the truth does not collect bribe. And basically, we were talking in pidgin, which is the way it really sounded like was, truth not they collect bribe. No, the truth not they collect bribe. That was what we said in our pidgin. Um, and then the second thing that also kind of popped up early this morning, because my class ended up getting canceled because, of course, Houston, we were supposed to have a storm, but we're not having a winter storm. But I hope you guys are safe out there, was definitely. But I was listening to a song called Something in the Orange this early this morning, and I ended up coming up to a realization, because me, I always try to translate like my songs into like when I'm listening to it, I try to translate it to like as godly as I possibly can, as much as possible. And basically, I filled in the a few spots in the song, and I ended up going with. Um, it ended up making me realize that the Bible is telling me that a version of my old self is not going to be coming back home, and I need to be totally okay with that. And no matter what you're doing, at the end of the day, because that version was most definitely knocking on my door this morning, because it was like, Wesley Robinson, you don't really have to shoot the video, you don't got to do anything, you could just be in your house, just keep doing what you're doing. You don't really have to make no, you don't really, you could just do it tomorrow, you could just, just one more day, let's just do it. No, 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 we're not gonna, not this year, not at least not this year, we're not doing that. So most definitely, I had to hang up that call really, really, really quick. Like, but we're not, no, 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 no. You call it, my old self calling my number again. And God is like, Wesley Robinson, that's your old self. The question is, I'm trying to most definitely let you know that you're gonna most definitely, a version of you is not, the old version of you is not gonna be coming home anymore. And I need you to end the call. That was what that conversation with myself was pretty much like. And I'm totally grateful to God to most definitely to be able to make that decision of like most definitely pulling myself out of my comfort zone and just saying, yeah, let's get at it. And one of the main goals for this year is to most definitely be audacious. So every single chance that we can, we're always gonna choose the audacious option. We're not choosing the fleeing from anything. I'm not running away from anything. You know what's going on. But that is that for that. And then for the aviation plan, kind of I'm in the process of studying for my written still. I'm going to schedule my IFR test, and then I'm going to also for my aviation related instrument IFR progress and just aviation update in general. We're going to be doing our first checkout flight. Our first checkout flight is basically when you go to, is a flight you do with a local flight flight school or a flight school. Basically, pretty much they're going to check out your flying skills to make sure that you're able to fly and rent their aircraft, and also, of course, rent the aircraft and fly the aircraft by yourself. Even though I do have my private pilot license, but they're not just going to hand me an aircraft to fly without checking out my skills. So we're going to be trying to most definitely document that aspect of aviation as well. But that is the aviation update. And then I have that scheduled for February the 1st. We're going to most definitely try to take my little brother up and my sister up because I already said I was gonna do those things. I mean, my little brother up, but I'm gonna try to drag my sister as well. Um, and then that is it for just the aviation update in general. And then now we got the goals. Some of my short-term goals and of course long-term goals is of course dominate the Houston side of town for the aviation space. And of course, I want to try to build my network, my UK network, because I really don't. I could work. I could most definitely work more on that area, because I know a few people up there. So, but I could always still increase those numbers of the people and connections that I have up there. And it's nothing. It's always fun to, of course, get to meet new people, get to meet new people, and because I could possibly leave an impact, and they could most definitely people I could possibly leave an impact, and they could also help me to leave an impact as well. And but that would be it for now. For the week bar, I have for a quick story that I want to also touch on would be uh, the reason I'm like super grateful to God for even being here today, and bro, I'm always super grateful to God is because high school year, if I would have finished my high school in Nigeria, which I didn't, it would have been the trajectory that it was spinning. My life was really pretty much spinning towards was gonna be. My first business was probably gonna have to probably be becoming a wheelbarrow pusher, a wheelbarrow pusher. Basically, people who work at the market and help some people take their goods from the market to their house. So to be in America and of course be conquering and just have the opportunity to even create a business, even if I was to want to create one, to just have that option is super grateful. We're not gonna extend it any more than we need to. I'm gonna touch more about it later on. We're gonna talk about that in the skies probably. But for right now, the message has been sent. The message has been sent, and you better go out there and have a great day. Thank you guys very much.